Have you ever wondered what happens when you stop giving her all your attention? When you start prioritizing yourself instead of chasing her? The truth may shock you, but today, we're diving into the powerful effects of ignoring her, Stoicism style. Welcome back, Stoics. In this video, we'll break down the shocking truth of what happens when you, as a high-value man, take a step back and ignore the woman you're interested in. And no, it's not about playing mind games. It's about mastering the art of emotional control and maintaining your value. If you're tired of being at her beck and call, stick around. This video is going to change your approach to relationships forever. When you stop chasing, something extraordinary happens. The first thing you'll notice is the shift in power dynamics. Women, just like anyone else, are naturally drawn to those who exhibit control, self-discipline, and emotional independence. It's the ultimate attraction factor, and it works like a charm. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." What does this mean in the context of relationships? It means, when you stop chasing validation, you become the prize instead of the one seeking approval. Now let's talk about what she will do when you ignore her. First, she'll experience confusion. Women are used to being the center of attention, and when you withhold yours, they start questioning why. The usual mind games of seeking validation from you become a mystery, and her intrigue grows. Remember, this isn't about being rude or cruel. It's about emotional detachment. Stoics teach us to control our emotions, and by ignoring her, you create a space where she must confront her own emotions without your constant reassurance. This power dynamic shift makes you appear stronger, more independent, and yes, more attractive. The power of silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in a Stoic's arsenal. Marcus Aurelius taught us to detach from the emotions of others, and this includes letting them come to you. When you stop chasing and focus on yourself, you elevate your value. And guess what? She'll start to chase you. By ignoring her, you're not only teaching her how to respect your time and energy, but you're also showing that you value yourself above all. Women are drawn to men who don't need them, but want them. The psychological impact on her behavior. When you ignore her, it's a powerful signal that you have a life outside of her. This leads her in a position where she has to chase. Women are wired to desire what they can't have, and suddenly, you become the one that got away. At first, she might try to reach out, but if you maintain your composure and continue living your life, the tables turn. She'll begin to reflect on why you're so unbothered. It's in this space of uncertainty that she'll start thinking about you more. This is when she starts asking herself, what does he have that I don't? Why isn't he responding? And the answers become obvious, because you have value and boundaries. At the core of Stoicism is detachment. The more you detach yourself emotionally from her, the more powerful and valuable you become. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, focusing on what truly matters, your own growth. When you do this, you stop being a chaser and become the one who is sought after. Now go out there and master the art of emotional detachment. If you want to learn more about Stoic principles and how to apply them in your life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, it's not about ignoring her, it's about respecting yourself first. When we talk about ignoring her, it's not just about refusing to respond to her calls or texts. It's about ignoring the emotional triggers that pull you into unnecessary drama and distractions. As a Stoic, your aim is to remain unfazed by the forces that try to destabilize your peace of mind. Consider this. When you ignore her, you're not simply putting distance between yourself and her. You're creating space for your own growth. By embracing the silence, you detach yourself from the constant noise of external influences. And the first person to feel this shift is you. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "A man is not good because he does what he does, but because he does what he ought to do." When you practice detachment, you are doing what you ought to do. You're not getting caught up in emotional games, not trying to manipulate her into desiring you. Instead, you're maintaining your dignity, your autonomy, and your purpose. What she really feels when you ignore her. Let's explore the psychological side a bit more. When a woman is used to receiving constant attention, and suddenly she doesn't get that from you, her mind will begin to search for the reason why. This often triggers something called the fear of loss, and that's exactly what you want. Humans are wired to fear losing something they value. And when you ignore her, you indirectly communicate that you're not easy to lose. This makes her question how much she really means to you. What you're doing is cultivating mystery and value. She may start wondering if she's losing control, and this is what triggers a reaction. She'll try to get back into your life, whether through subtle hints or direct confrontation. Breaking free from the need for validation. Another critical aspect of ignoring her is the breaking free from the need for validation. Too often, we seek validation from others to feel important or worthy. But a Stoic man understands that his worth doesn't depend on anyone else's opinion, especially not hers. By choosing to ignore her, you reinforce your own self-worth. When you stop seeking her approval, you remove the chains of dependency. You become someone who is complete on his own, and that's a rare and powerful trait. And trust me, she'll recognize it. People are attracted to those who do not rely on others for their sense of self. The surprising shift in her behavior. So what happens next? Here's where the shift becomes even more shocking. She'll begin to notice your transformation. At first, she'll think it's a phase, that you're just busy or distracted. But as time passes, she'll see you thriving without her. She'll start to wonder, how is he doing this without me? What's different? And the truth is, what's different is you. You're no longer dependent on her for emotional fulfillment. You're whole on your own, and that's incredibly magnetic. The long-term effects of ignoring her. A lasting power dynamic. Over time, if you maintain this distance and focus on your own growth, she will not only respect you more, she'll be drawn to you in a way she wasn't before. This isn't about temporary games or manipulations. This is about establishing a lasting power dynamic that comes from within. By mastering the art of emotional detachment, you create a relationship dynamic based on mutual respect, not neediness or games. You become someone who is valued because you choose to be present, not because you need to be. The Stoic takeaway: ignoring her for your own growth. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for your phone to check if she's texted, ask yourself this: am I doing this because I value myself, or am I doing this because I seek validation from her? Stoicism teaches us that we must detach from our emotions, from the attachments, and focus on what truly matters: our growth, our peace, and our self-worth. By ignoring her, you're not only taking control of your own emotions, you're also giving her the chance to see your value in a way she never could if you were constantly chasing her. And that's the shocking truth. The more you focus on yourself, the more she'll want to focus on you. So, are you ready to take control of your life and relationships? Start practicing emotional detachment, become the master of your emotions, and let the right people come into your life at the right time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Stoic wisdom. Remember, the greatest power you can have is control over yourself. Stay strong, stay stoic.